Did you know that you don't just have one age? You actually have two. And the one on your passport? It is basically a lie. There is your chronological age, which is simply the number of times you have traveled around the sun. You cannot change it. And then there's your biological age. This is the true age of your cells, your organs, and your DNA. Here's the secret that the anti-aging industry doesn't want you to know. Unlike your chronological birthday, your biological age is entirely negotiable. Science has proven that a 50-year-old can walk around with the cellular energy of a 35-year-old. But a 30-year-old who makes the wrong daily choices can easily have the failing biology of a 60-year-old. Aging is not an unstoppable cliff you fall off. It is a biological code that you can hack. Today, we are unlocking the exact science-backed protocols to stop getting older and start getting younger. We are looking at the 4 undeniable pillars of reversing your biological clock. Stick around until the end, because the 4th habit on this list is something you do every single night, but you are probably doing it in a way that is secretly accelerating your aging process. Let's dive in. Let's start with the most powerful anti-aging mechanism built directly into your DNA. It's a process that actually won a Nobel Prize in medicine in 2016. It is called autophagy. Think of autophagy like a fleet of microscopic vacuum cleaners sweeping through your entire body. Every single day, your cells accumulate biological junk. They get damaged by stress, by sugar, and by environmental toxins. Normally, these damaged cells just sit there. They become what scientists call zombie cells. Zombie cells refuse to die. Instead, they spew out inflammation, causing your healthy cells to age faster. They are the root cause of wrinkles, joint pain, and chronic diseases. But autophagy changes everything. The word literally translates to self-eating. When activated, your body literally eats its own dead, damaged, and zombie cells. It strips them down for parts, flushes out the garbage, and builds brand new cellular components. It is the ultimate biological reset button, but how do you turn this miraculous system on? The answer is not a pill. It is entirely free. It is the absence of food. In the modern world, we eat from the exact moment we wake up to the minute our head hits the pillow. When you are constantly feeding yourself, your body is entirely focused on digestion and growth. As long as your insulin is high, the autophagy switch is completely turned off, but when you practice intermittent fasting, your body panics just a little bit. It flips a genetic survival switch. It realizes no new energy is coming in, so it stops growing and starts repairing. It looks around for fuel and says, let's burn up these old useless zombie cells for energy. You don't need to starve yourself for a week. Studies show that simply waiting 14 to 16 hours between your last meal at night and your first meal the next day triggers this massive cellular cleanup. Try delaying your breakfast by a couple of hours. Drink black coffee or green tea. Give your body the time it desperately needs to take out the trash. This brings us to the second pillar of age reversal, and it completely destroys a myth we have believed for decades. When you picture a long, healthy life, you probably imagine someone jogging or doing gentle yoga. While cardio is great, modern longevity science points to something completely different as the ultimate predictor of a long, robust life: muscle. For decades, we thought of muscle just as a way to look good, but scientists now understand that muscle is actually an endocrine organ. It is literally an organ of longevity. Every time you contract your muscles against resistance, they release special anti-aging proteins called myokines. These myokines travel through your bloodstream, rapidly reducing inflammation and even crossing the blood-brain barrier to protect your brain from cognitive decline. But here's why muscle is your ultimate defense mechanism. It acts as a massive sponge for glucose. The more muscle you have, the more carbohydrates you can eat without spiking your blood sugar. High blood sugar and insulin resistance are the primary drivers of rapid biological aging. By building muscle, you create a metabolic sink that keeps your blood sugar perfectly stable. Did you know that one of the most accurate predictors of how long you will live is your grip strength? Large-scale medical studies have shown that your grip strength predicts your lifespan better than your blood pressure. Why? Because it is a direct proxy for your overall muscle mass and central nervous system health. Starting in our 30s, we begin to naturally lose muscle mass. By our 60s, this loss accelerates into a devastating condition called sarcopenia. It makes us frail and brittle. You cannot stop sarcopenia by going for a light walk. You stop it by applying heavy resistance, by lifting weights just 3 times a week. You build a physical armor, you protect your joints, radically boost your resting metabolism, and send direct signals to your DNA that you are still young, strong, and necessary for survival. But what is actually powering these cells? This brings us to the third mechanism. A molecule so powerful, scientists call it the currency of aging. It is called NAD+. NAD+ is a coenzyme found in every single living cell in your body. Without it, you would die in about 30 seconds. It is responsible for converting the food you eat into cellular energy, but more importantly, it is the fuel for your longevity genes, known as Sirtuins. Think of Sirtuins as the emergency repair crew for your DNA. When your DNA gets damaged by radiation or stress, Sirtuins rush in to fix the code before it turns into a mutation. But here's the terrifying catch. Sirtuins cannot do their job without NAD+, and by the time you reach age 50, your NAD+ levels have dropped by a staggering 50%. Your repair crew runs out of fuel, the DNA damage accumulates, and you age rapidly. So how do we boost our NAD levels naturally? The secret lies in controlled biological stress. Scientists call this hormesis. When you expose your body to short bursts of extreme temperature, you trigger a massive release of NAD+. Taking a freezing cold shower for 2 minutes every morning or sitting in a hot sauna for 20 minutes shocks your system. Your body reacts by flooding your cells with NAD+, activating your sirtuins, and hyper-repairing your DNA. Now, we finally arrive at the nightly habit I warned you about at the beginning of this video. It's sleep. But I am not talking about the total hours you spend in bed. You can lie in bed for 9 hours and still wake up biologically older. I am talking about the specific architecture of your deep sleep. While you are in the deepest stages of rest, something absolutely incredible happens inside your skull. During the day, as your brain thinks and functions, it produces metabolic waste. One of these toxic waste products is a protein called amyloid beta. Recently, scientists discovered a hidden network called the Glymphatic system. When you enter deep, slow-wave sleep, your brain cells actually shrink in size by up to 60%. They physically pull back. This creates extra space, allowing a wave of cerebrospinal fluid to rush in and literally power wash your brain. It sweeps away the amyloid beta and other toxins. If you do not get enough deep sleep, this biological trash builds up. These toxins clump together, forming the exact same plaques that are directly linked to brain fog, rapid cognitive decline, and Alzheimer's disease. So how do you guarantee this brainwashing process happens every single night? First, you need to drastically lower your core body temperature. Your brain cannot enter deep sleep unless your body temperature drops. Keep your bedroom cold. The optimal temperature is around 65 degrees Fahrenheit or 18 degrees Celsius. Second, block out all artificial light, especially blue light from screens. Looking at your phone right before bed destroys your melatonin production. Stop looking at your screens at least 1 hour before bed. Reversing your biological age is not a billionaire's game. You don't need experimental therapies. It requires relentless consistency in the biological basics. Give your digestive system a break to trigger autophagy. Lift heavy things to build your metabolic armor. Expose yourself to cold to boost your NAD+, and guard your deep sleep like your life depends on it, so your brain can wash itself clean. I have a challenge for you. Don't try to change your entire life tomorrow. Pick just one single thing from this video. Maybe tomorrow morning you push your breakfast back by 1 hour. Maybe you take a 1-minute cold shower. Or maybe tonight you turn off your phone an hour early. Start small, but you have to start today. If you found this breakdown valuable, hit that subscribe button. Every single week, we dive deep into the real science of living a longer, healthier, and much better life. Drop a comment below and tell me, which of these 4 biological age habits are you going to fix first? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.